Hello, look at us. Victoria McCoy, Public Relations.
Audrey Killalay, Public Relations.
Welcome aboard. We are here in Norfolk at the Midwinter Conference 2023. As you can see, little things going on behind us is setting up for the mini growl tonight. So we got to wipe this up and look at it. We're going to wipe. We're going to wah. Okay, we're not going to edit that. So we'll just leave that right there. We're just going to have fun with it. All right. So day one, Friday, February 24th. Okay, day one is always joint opening session. How was the joint open?
It was wonderful. Great presentation. And we had a wonderful presentation. Someone singing the national anthem.
Yeah, I heard she was pretty good.
She was excellent.
Oh, yeah.
She also led us in Amazing Grace.
Yes.
Later on.
You know, and sometimes, and I've seen this in the years I've been coming to national conference and conventions, sometimes people leave the room at these memorial services.
What?
They really do. Sometimes half the room just leaves. I'm going to say it, and I don't leave. You know, we want to remember our fallen. We want to see their names scroll across the screen. So, yeah, I led a singing of Amazing Grace. If you don't get those warm goosebumps, you know.
I cried.
I cried.
I cried when I read the names across the screen.
It's
I
hard.
cried when I saw some of those names weren't listed. So another reason for you to come.
Yeah.
And make sure that your members that have left us are honored when they're here.
Absolutely. We want to salute them, and we do. At the end of all of these names being scrolled, we play our taps and we salute them. So we give them that final send off that they absolutely deserve. So that was the memorial service. We had a chapel of 4 chaplains. Chapel of 4 chaplains. If you don't know, please visit their website. If you don't know what they are, who they are, and how to nominate someone for award. And again, I'm not going to toot my own horn here, but we had one recipient today from a chapel of 4 chaplains. Surprised the dickens out of me. And I'll say exactly what I said on the podium. I don't do it for the pins and the medals and the covers and look at my ribbon rack. I'm Chesty Puller. No. Why do you do it?
We do it because we're volunteers.
Are you getting a warm fuzzy? Because I get warm fuzzies. When I get home after a hard day's work, you sit on the couch and you just say to yourself, I did good today.
Yeah,
I did good today. And if you can't do that, join the league. We'll help you find that warm fuzzy. We'll help you find it. What else happened? We had right after lunch, a VA briefing.
Yes, that was a lot of detailed information.
I was at the auxiliary. They asked me to speak a little bit about social media. So, I mean, what was that all about? What was he talking about? It was PACT Act, right?
He talked about the most current information on the PACT Act. And a lot of what he addressed was right on point with the literature that you see out there. But some of the things that he did hit on included how to file with the VA directly. But you don't need legal representation to actually do it. And that was I caught everybody's ear for a moment.
I hope so, because it's true. And they were talking about the percentages that the law will actually allow a lawyer to take, and it's upwards of 40%. That's your money. So try yourself. If you need to reach out to an attorney to help you through those last steps, but try yourself, reach out to VSOs. You know, they can help you a little bit. Please, great information. We'll also be sharing some websites on that as well as to how to get that started. Marine Corps League Foundation, your foundation. Howard Schaefer, our president. He did excellent. And you know, you want to tell them what this $100 challenge is that we've been asking for?
I will tell you how wonderful it was to watch Department of Florida step up to the mic and offer up his challenge to his department, every detachment in the department. I believe, was that 49?
He said 49, and then he came back later.
Yeah, so the challenge was $100 per detachment to make a donation to the foundation. So he walked up to the mic, offered that, and then went back to his seat and was sent back up to say, no, round it up to 5,000.
5,000 coming from the Department of Florida. If every single, let me say, we got 1,100 detachments, give or take, or 1 or 2 that might, be just coming in or just going out. 1,100. I don't do Marine math real quick, but let's add 2 zeros to that.
Yeah, that will work.
That would work. That's a lot of money. The foundation needs help. So please, if you can get that $100 challenge, if your detachment can't afford 100, get out there and do a little fundraiser. Make it known that you can't, but how can I help? Why not? You know, there are some detachments that maybe can't, but there are many who can. And this is your foundation, your scholarship for your kids, grandkids. Is it grandkids?
I'm not sure if it's grandkids, but it's definitely for you, for your kids. And you know what? If those detachments can't do 100, 25, think about that.
You know, pass the hat.
Smallest amount.
Pass the hat. If you can get a couple of bucks adds up to a next couple of bucks, which we can use that help. So foundation also, we'll go ahead and share that website with you. And probably we're going to get our editor. It's probably going to be right there, because that's what Jason House does right there. Okay. So all right. So that was then we had the Americanism Awards. Excuse me. Those are actually voted on at convention. But obviously, if the winner's there, you can't get a little chisel and make the engraving. So what happens then is 7 awards, 2 categories, 3 level. I don't do marine math real good. There was a lot of awards, and very rightfully so. If you ever come to a convention, what's the next convention?
Oklahoma City, 2023.
When you get there and you see these Americanism books, don't walk past them. These are amazing. This is your story in a book. You know, your detachment story. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Look at the smiles, the kids, the young Marines, the Toys for Tots, all these things happening. So don't walk past them when you get to OKC in 2023.
And make sure you honor them, because the people who put those Americanism albums together, it is just amazing. I'd heard a story from one of the award recipients that came up. The member wasn't here that actually put their album together, but they had received the award, and they talked about how much she works on that Americanism album, how many hours she dedicates into making sure everything's journaled, chronological order, and by subject matter. So it means a lot. And that's your story. Again.
It is. Take time to look at them and ask questions. Hey, whose book is this? This is awesome. What's this all about? So then we talked about convention. I'll let you take it from here. The Oklahoma team, they did a briefing.
Oh, absolutely. So Danny Thomas and I took the stage for Sooner Detachment 559. We gave a brief on Oklahoma City's 2023 National Convention, the 100th anniversary, by the way. If you didn't hear, it's kind of a big thing. And so the Sooner Detachment is working really hard to make sure that they're preparing for you. As of tomorrow night, their website will go live. That website is linked with Marine Corps League Nationals registration process.
What's the website for the Marine Corps League National? It's right here. Jason, you're going to put this right here, right?
Just go there and it'll link you there. There is plenty of information there to tell you a little bit of, well, first off, about our schedule. So make sure you plan accordingly. It'll be held at the Omni Hotel in Oklahoma City. There are several activities for you to get involved in. Things you need to know. Plan. If you're flying in, know that there's no transportation from the hotel provided. So therefore you will be out of pocket.
One thing that caught my ear is I've been to conventions. You know, we do this, we do that, X, Y, Z, off we go. Everybody says their goodbyes. What are you doing different as far as the banquet is concerned?
So this is the 100th anniversary of the Marine Corps League. We're celebrating in a way that is so different than we've ever done before. Yes, we are going to have our banquet. It will include your musical entertainment throughout dinner. We will have our ceremony as we normally do. But once that's done, we're going to celebrate like we celebrate our birthday in November. We're going to have an anniversary ball. So make sure you're ready, looking sharp and ready to go. Break out the heels, break out the ties, the bow ties.
Well, wear your heels, but bring flats.
Oh yeah,
because you're going to be dancing, right? You know, so it's going to be great. Practice your electric slides and line dancing, and it's going to happen, and you're going to be there to join us. Now, something happened at the convention. We did vote Denver, Colorado. That unfortunately has fallen through for 2024. Okay, so what we had done today, it was done a little bit differently. We were very, very careful with the bylaws as to how this procedure was going to happen. But we had 2 bids come for 2024, Palm Springs, California, and
Phoenix, Arizona.
Both very tropical. dry heat, as you know, for those that live in humid, it's still heat. Okay, but Phoenix is a little bit more elevated. The only thing is, again, they had to research the bylaws, is those that were here at the conference brought their votes to their division vices. The division vices are now meeting at the Board of Trustees meeting where all of these votes will be tallied. So if you weren't here at Midwinter Conference, and it's unfortunate, we voted on your behalf, and hopefully the membership here made the best decision for all of us. So we will find out, probably tomorrow's podcast will let you know about that. Now, there was somebody coming in, only one so far, for 2025. Who's that?
That might be the Department of Texas,
Texas, y'all.
Arlington, Texas, that is.
Wow.
More to come.
There's more to come. That's right. And, you know, it's not closed. The bids can still be given. It's 2025, but definitely approached the mic and said, we're going to do this. We also had a speaker, the 15th Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps was with us today. For those who have served with him, may know the face and the name. That was Sergeant Major John Estrada. Okay, he's now since retired, about 15 years, he said now?
Yes. And he looks very young.
He does. He's a baby face. I wish I could look that good at his age. But he was speaking on the American Battle Monuments Commission. Google it, look up their website, see how you can help. He's looking for a partnership with the league to help. I mean, to paraphrase, they take care of all of these monuments where these battles happen. They polish them. They keep the groundwork done. They make sure that that history stays alive. So it's very important. Again, Google them, find out how you can help, how your detachments can maybe help. And Johnny Baker also announced he's going to visit.
Yes.
And he will be doing, he's going to be sending us, he asked how to do it. We're finding the best ways, but he's going to do a couple of selfie videos while he's out there visiting these monuments, and he's going to do a little blog. Hi. So the public relations team will help support him on that. So, and then the reports of officers. Senior Vice, unfortunately, was not here due to personal reasons. JBC, delinquent members, you know, it happens. It happens. But reach out, find out what's going on. If they can't afford their dues, how can you help? It's worth an ask. Well, how are you doing? You know, just that phone call to find out where these delinquent members are and why. Are they just not interested? They may still be interested, but we know the economy's a little rough. So check in on them, check in and on the why. National Judge Advocate, quorums and minutes.
And bylaws, administrative procedures. So he was very clear, Judge Advocate Russ Miller, in clarifying we need to do a better job of what we've been doing. Make sure you have a quorum before you do any voting processes. And then on top of that, make sure you're documenting what you're doing. Your minutes are mandatory. They do not have to be a very deep, detailed thesaurus of everything, every word spoken in the meeting, but it should document things like your voting process. He also indicated that we should adhere to Robert's rules. That helps keep the business moving as well as keep it very professional. So in addition to know your bylaws, know your administrative procedures, those have to exist. They have to be current, and everyone should know them before you're going into it.
We'll be moving forward with some various trainings. That was also announced that at the upcoming convention, there are going to be some breakaway trainings going on. Excellent. Which is something that's new to convention. So again, more to come on those thoughts. But yeah, as far as the JA is concerned, you know, he does make himself available. But as far as all three of the national officers that reported, all of them pretty much say the same thing. Chain of command. Okay. You have qualified people at your detachment, your department, your division. Phone call to the commandant when you have not said, hey, can you help? Do you know the answer to? Please use your chain of command. Now, the Public Relations Committee always helps with that telephone operator situation and gets you the right people. But if you're not asking the people right next to you, how can I help? How do I? Where do I? Then you're not grabbing those mentors that are there. So, I mean, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. We had a great day. It was a long night, but we're going to wind it up. We don't want to make it too long. We're going to want to tease you a little bit. We want you to make sure that you're coming to the next Midwinter. which especially want to see you in Oklahoma City. You gonna be there? Are you
And I
gonna be there?
definitely gonna be
Yeah,
there.
you gonna be there?
We're gonna be there. I think we failed to mention that the military order of the Devil Dog did have their kennel staff meeting today, so I didn't have the information to report on that, but just wanted you to know that they are actively meeting and discussing information. And as well as tonight is their mini grow.
Mini growl. So tomorrow's podcast will be including a lot more on the Devil Dogs and what has come out of the kennel staff meeting, anything to report there, as well as anything that might come out of the mini growl tonight. So I do thank you all for joining us. I hope that these little reports are going to bring you just a little tease about what's coming, but reach out to your detachment commandants, department commandants, and your division commandants to say, hey, I couldn't make it. What happened?
Here's my information.
Right. We're just doing it in a nutshell, but if you were not in the room, then your chain of command is definitely going to have a better report for you as the information starts flowing down. And there's going to be lots of information. We're so glad to have you with us tonight, Victoria McCoy. And we will see you soon. Bye.